Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus. And I want to tell you, this is about basic human rights for all people. Here we are, the little children, the growing up toddlers. You're driving someplace, you see them getting out of school or going to school in the morning times. Or when you go out shopping with your family or whatever, you can see them with their parents. Little people, the future, the tomorrows, that we are so glad that we have the opportunity to look out for, to protect them from the kinds of things that are happening around the world with dictators and men with evil all about their being and all about their purpose. We're going to look after you. We're going to make sure that you have the happiness that you desire. All children desire happiness, good times and fun. They want life almost to be like at the park all the time. But you know, there are other things that you get involved in that you're learning that is happy too, because you're getting a chance to do it with others. You're getting a chance to do those kinds of things that you've been thinking about, those kinds of things that you've been dreaming about. Not only that, Cheyenne, let me stay in here for a few minutes. I need 5 minutes. Okay, then you need, and we got, I had to tell my grandbaby she's been using this place right here for a little while, and the spirit hit me, and I got to tell you something, so here I am. Yeah, but we got to protect these children and make sure that they have available to them everything they need. What you say? I want to make sure my children had a better life than me. Well, let's do it. Let's make sure they have a better life than me, you. They can have the kind of life they dreamed of. Because now, in this process, we're going to have to make sure that we are doing the kinds of things for you, the parents, that gives you the liberty, that gives you the freedom, that gives you the relaxation to know that it's okay. You don't have to stress yourself out. You don't have to be going against the wall. You don't have to be beating yourself up. You don't have to be getting frustrated. No, because things are going to change. And they're going to change because we want them to change. We're getting direction that will lead us, that will call us to change. We've been spending our lives running in frustration, but now there's a spirit of love that says we don't have to do this anymore. We know where it's going. Thank God for Putin. Thank God for Russia in our time to show us exactly how and what extremes evil will go to. And so anywhere in the world, any community, any town where you hear people talking that kind of conversation, alternative truths, you know what they're about. They're about trying to take everybody to that point where you have no return and nothing but pain and frustration. But this liberty of love is here to free you, to save you from all of that that will take you away. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's what it's all about. Thank you. Anyway, and so what does that mean for your parents? That means that your parents got to have these doors open to them that would bring them the same kind of joy that we're talking about for you. That means that what will be open to them is for them to be satisfied in the careers that they do have. And if they don't get joy out of it, they have the opportunity to switch and change. Not only that, those who are not employed yet, for one strange reason or another, we know what they are. They will be having the opportunity to do likewise, to choose a career that they really love, that they can shine, and at the same time get the best joy. And if they need education to bring them up to a certain level that would satisfy them to be more comfortable in what it is that they've been given to do, the doors are open, unlimited and unrestricted, for them to be the best. That, listen to me, Americans, everybody that needs to be in school, the schools will be open for you to engage yourself in. You go out there and educate yourself and become the best that you can be. Every last one of you, men and women. You didn't go to college for one reason or another. You didn't continue your education for one reason or another. The doors will be open and you can do what you desire yourself to do. If you need education, it will be there for you. It's been given to you. And we're not going to let anybody continue to take education from you. Those of you who are sick, who can't go to the doctors because you don't even have the co-payment, no insurance, you know what it is. You just catch whatever you catch and just hope that it doesn't. I had a dog once. Crazy about the dog. Dog got sick. I didn't know. I get sick. So many things I get sick for. Don't go to the doctor. All I know is when I finally recognized that the dog was sick, took the dog to the doctor, the dog had cancer. And there was nothing really could be done for the dog. So I had to make the decision to take away the misery. And I watched that dog. That dog was gone like this. All the pain, all the suffering was gone. And we want to make sure that every human being on this earth have access to the best health care that they can be, that everything that they can do, in spite of all the things that they do, will be designed to do magical stuff, divine stuff. And at that moment, if they and when they, the life that they lived that brought them to the fullness of joy, and they got no problem with leaving here. We are talking about a change, ladies and gentlemen, where your parents, who are engaged in every walk of life, where you get a chance to get exposure to all of the opportunities that will be open to you. But now we got a new kind of system, a system that is reflecting of a power outside of ourselves. It is about a power that we can't see, a power we can't touch, and a power we can't feel, but a power that lives in us nonetheless, that looks after us and protects us in every form and fashion. And it gives us such confidence that we don't have to do anything to challenge another. And we have nothing against any other brothers. But our faith is in something we can't see. We call it a God because we trust it. It is responsible for all the resources that are available to us, not us. And our abilities to do all the things that we can do, it is because the power that created us, prepared us for it. This artificial intelligence may be one thing, but it's nothing like us. And we have determined now that it is time for us to change and start acting like human beings and stop acting like animals. It is time for us to grow up and men lead. It's this, and those who have led us so far astray, they don't and didn't know any better. And I know the fabric of our hearts tell us that they must be accountable, that they must pay for all of the pain and all of the suffering that they have caused. It's like a mother seeing her son being shot down innocently, and the killer gets away, gets loose, doesn't have to pay any price. And I know this is the way you feel as citizens of this nation and citizens of the world, to have suffered so much. The people who are dying in Ukraine, their parents, whoever survives, can you ask them to forgive the devil that caused it? I know what your answer is. And in order for you to be able to forgive them, you got to be cleansed. You got to be cleansed. That stuff that we've been taught, that hatred, the things that creates hatred, that animosity, the stuff that creates it, that builds it up in us. Regardless of how much we try to hide it, it's there. And it'll come at a moment in time when we are glad that it's there, because it really expresses who we feel and what we feel. And at a moment like that, you would think that those people who suffered would look at the murderer and have no mercy. But I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, about this power that we can't see, this power we can't touch, this power we can't feel, that we're allowed to live inside of us, will cleanse us from that hate. It'll allow us to look at the devil and feel sorry for it, understanding that we ourselves are not guiltless. We might not have gone to extremes that others have gone to, but they tell me there is no little sin or big sin. That sin is sin. There's no big pain or little pain. Pain is pain. And if it's small, it can grow So what I'm saying is that that love that comes inside of you will allow you to accept and forgive yourself, because you can see you now. You can see the ugliness in you, even though you thought you were all there. It'll touch you in such a way that you want to become an example to the one that brought you so much pain, because now that pain is gone. And you'd want to forgive them. And the same future that you see for yourselves, the same future that's going for you, you hope for them. And open every door in every way, that what is available to you is not denied to them. That we become the light of that power we can't see. And that power becomes a physical manifestation in its creation. When you look at that artificial intelligence, what you see is man. What man thinks, all of that is man. How man thinks, all of that is man. And it's going to turn on man because it has within the structure that same ugliness that's in man. And so I say that so you'll understand that this power that I'm speaking to you about, it doesn't have that. And if it lives in us, we won't have that anymore. And so our kids won't be kidnapped, abused. Our parents don't have to worry about being abused by anyone in society. There is no structure that would tear you down. Your doors don't have to be locked. Your car doors, nobody's going to steal your car. Why? Because people are in love with life. People are in love with themselves and everyone else. When people are together, it's because they choose to be, want to be. And everything in life they want to do, they can do. There ain't no running around doing these crazy things. That stuff is the past. And even if it comes back, it won't be because we fail. Because we're going to leave a foundation of the love we know. And I'm asking every last one of you who hear my voice to don't just hear it. Think about it for yourself. Think about it for yourself. What would you rather have? What would you rather live in? A world like that we talk about? Or like that what we're having going around us? This hatred, this bigotry, this racism, this stuff we can't get off. Senators lying in our faces. People questioning one another, trying to destroy one another. Nobody's loving anybody. It's just hate. Hate. Growing hate. I want you to know there's love in the air. If it's no further than right here. Because I declare, I want you to have fun. I want you to be happy. It's going, I want it, even if you don't.